Movie time!
My old crone hands, because there's an old crone in the Odyssey. There's not.
There wasn't. Let's see how packed this theater is, baby.
Spoiler alert, it is.
You gods don't speak in ways we understand.
Who doesn't understand pain? Or blood? The gods told you.
Then I defy the gods.
If you're not wearing a tan shirt the day after you see Christopher Nolan's latest film, The Odyssey, in the theater, then what are you doing?
Tan shirt boys, Greek boys, all Greek boys.
We did it, folks. We saw The Odyssey opening night in IMAX. The way that Sir... Is he a Sir? He's a Sir, right?
He better be knighted.
I think he's knighted.
I hope so. We'll look that up. Academy Award winner Christopher Nolan.
Yeah. The more important title.
Yeah, truly. Listen, do we... yeah, the way Academy Award winner Christopher Nolan intended, man.
Yes.
And sold out.
Yes.
Not an exaggeration. When buying seats, there were like 4 left.
Yeah, we ordered a bit too late.
Yes.
Let ourselves just get a little lazy with that. But then, still able to grab some good ones. Mm-hmm. Still just a nice, tasty time at the theater in IMAX. Got a dope poster, which we'll add a picture of the posters that we got there. Love that. Love having a poster after a movie.
Oh, me too. And a quality one. This one, yeah, good sized. It looks like an IMAX cell, so it's like got the perforation on there, which is great. Or I should say, a 65 millimeter cell. Excuse me.
That's true. But listen, folks, this here that you're listening to / watching right now is going to be our unspoiled review. Okay, spoiler-free review. Mm-hmm. If you're wanting the spoiler version, you can head straight on over to our Patreon. That is where you're going to be able to see the everything. We'll talk about all of it, tip to tail.
Patreon.com/District22 Studios.
Boom. But right now, let's get unspoiled. First thoughts. It is an epic.
Yes.
As the story is promising you, it is an epic. But I will immediately just say, because I don't know how long I could talk about anything else, not underwhelming, but interesting seeing Christopher Nolan take a text that exists and, making his own screenplay for it, and just like how he's choosing to tell this story and what limitations that places on him and the way that he makes movies, what freedoms and liberties that gives him. It's different. This is a very different Christopher Nolan film. Would you agree?
Oh, I agree strongly. Yeah, he no co-writer on this one. He soloed this script. Obviously, he's adapting this pre-existing material. Yeah, no, I'm with you there. Agreed, not underwhelming at all. And I'm worried that, usually because we're so over the top in these reviews that people are going to be shook.
Yeah.
It's no, it's good. Yeah. You and I both talked about how, when we walked out of Oppenheimer, just stunned silence. Oh. And just kind of yeah, it was good.
Yeah.
But
we leave the IMAX re-release of Interstellar, and we're just
yeah, dude.
Yeah.
Versus this, it was huh. Kind of like that. I'd say that face. It was it was good. Huh.
Yeah, and
it's kind of a trip. I'm seeing it again tonight. So I'm excited to see what it does for me on rewatch.
Yeah.
My love for Oppenheimer definitely grew as time went on, but that initial reaction was just such a gut check. And so I'm I don't know. I'm curious to see how this one grows too. I don't know, man. It's certainly I haven't quit thinking about it.
Exactly. And that's what I put in my review on Letterboxd too, is just there's visuals in this, and the way that they decided to set the stage of different like chapters of this story. And yeah, I'm like, oh man, I'm going to be thinking of these shots. But it's also interesting because it's like, I don't know, it's I can't say Lawrence of Arabia because I still haven't watched it, but just like, I know, boo boo. But like, there's times where there are shots or something from some of his previous work where you're just like, oh my goodness. And with this, so much of it's just like, yeah, it's like a story being told to you over a campfire, like.
You mean over the fires in your banquet hall?
In your banquet hall, yes.
The torches are lit.
Yes.
But it's dim, and you're hearing the story there, perhaps from a grizzled war veteran, you might say.
Yeah, from a rapper.
I was thinking of John Bernthal, but yeah.
Yeah, just like there's like it's not like a trance or like a lull, but like there's this just like pulling throughout that you're never like yanked like you are in some of these other movies that he does. It is this just continual pull.
Yes.
And there were absolutely moments where you're feeling the weight pulling you forward more than others. But yeah, just like a different viewing experience. And I'm really curious to see what like the masses in general have to say.
Right. Critically, this is doing really well.
Yeah.
But no, I agree. It's trance feels almost too gentle or like dreamlike.
Exactly.
But I had a similar thing. I chalked it up to like I was a little sleepy. I'd been up very late the night before.
Folks, Tyler and being sleepy during Christopher Nolan movies when he watches them with me.
Wait a minute.
Cut to the clip. Cut to the clip of us talking about the Prestige.
Oh,
not that it was that hard. I remember towards part of it you were sleepy.
It's true.
And
it
so
was
I was like,
I think of stories like this. This being obviously the oldest example, but like, I don't know, I feel like even, 2001 is like this, Apocalypse Now is kind of like this, even some of The Green Knight, in the sense that like, here's this next episode and this next episode, and you're just kind of strung along on this quest, and it just kind of, it feels, the scope of it and the length of it, it does just feel so like, oh dang, this is never going to end, but not in a bad way.
I was going to say, I never am watching it was like, geez, when's this thing going to be over?
No, not at all. But I just mean you're in it with the characters. The characters don't feel or see an end in sight, and neither do we.
Yeah, it's very much so. We are at sea waiting for the next island to appear. We feel the desperation. We feel the hunger. We feel the fear. And there it is. There's the next island. Now we can land. What's this next thing? Like, the story does play a lot like that. And
yes,
I feel like it is going to be, it's not going to be like a favorite that I'm going to be turning to frequently. But I absolutely want multiple watches of this.
Oh yeah,
it's definitely entertaining enough that it will do that. Great performances across the board.
Yeah.
Interesting performances as well, just in like choices that are being made in the way that the story's being told.
Here. Casting especially. I don't know. I loved the cast so much. Yeah. The amount of like I don't know. I hesitate to call it like Hamilton casting, but just like, I don't know. It's truly just like, no, what does this specific person have that they can bring to this role that no one else could?
Yeah,
regardless of anything else, not accents, not appearance, nothing.
Yeah.
It's like, no, there's something in the essence of this person that I'm going to bring out this way for this character. And that in terms of like your own telling of an epic for a new audience, a new generation, I feel like is so strong and one of the best things this movie has going for it.
Yeah, I completely agree. I think very well said there. Like, just wonderful, not understated performances, but just like no one in this cast is trying to prove, stretch, or reach for any sort of awards or like anything. And Nolan's not writing this like that. Not that he did that with Oppenheimer. That is just what was born from what he wrote. But like this, just, I think it's because it is just the you don't want to say reverence for the text or anything like that necessarily, but just the fact that it's like, no, there's nothing to prove here. There's only themes to like immerse the audience in. There's only just, like, yeah, I guess that's the best way to say it there in my mind, is just like themes. There's just things that he's wanting to portray, and everyone was on board with that. Like, no one...
Yeah, they're all pretty grounded in what he's got going on there. And grounded is a word I would use, because you're talking about reverence for the text. I feel like there is some irreverence in the sense that, like, there's so much that we, like, don't see. There's a whole Cyclops, absolutely.
Yeah.
But, like, besides Athena, we don't see gods. Not really. The trailer, I was like, are they hiding these from us? And it's like, not really. It's because they're not, like, they're there, but they're not, like, corporeal. They don't, there's not, like, an actor who plays Zeus.
Yeah.
And, like, that, I don't know, man. A striking approach there. Like, I don't know. Again, I just loved seeing him make that choice, I guess. And it felt very him. Yeah, it, like, this is fantastical, but I don't know that I'd describe it as, like, high fantasy. Yeah, like, again, the Cyclops is as close as we get.
Because also, I forget what the text is exactly at the beginning.
It's
something like
a something story,
like something about like a magic.
an apparent magic.
There was an apparent magic on the land or something like that. I can't remember exactly.
Yeah,
but like viewing it through that lens, yeah, absolutely. This just like, but I don't know if I did end up putting it in my review or not. But I had a thought at a moment to be like, yeah, we're never seeing these gods really, and I don't know, maybe this will just be in the spoil version or whatever.
Let me take this and run this way. There's a moment where Athena, Zendaya, she's like, he's like, why don't the gods talk to us in a way we can understand? And she's like, but do you not understand, like, fire and lightning and, like, a child's smile?
Yeah.
And so, in a way, yeah, these characters, as well as we, the audience, when the gods do speak, it is the elements, and it is like, so I liked seeing, I mean, A, talking about that was cool, but then B, we deliver on that as well. Yeah. And that was, again, like, that's striking. I don't know that I'd have thought to do that. That's great.
Exactly. Yeah, very, when you sit and think about it, I hate when someone's like, go watch this TV series. It gets really good by episode 8 of 12. And you're like, oh, so bad the whole way through almost? Or read this book series. By book 4, it really takes off. That's not what happens here. You're pulled in. You're in it. But I absolutely, the more you sit and digest and think about what he's doing, I think the more I'm going to just continue to enjoy this film, like it, want to watch it again. And yeah, you love that in a movie. You love rewatchability in a different sense, not in just spectacle like some of his other films might provide. Tenet, I want to watch it so I can watch these cars flip over backwards and this backwards fight choreography and
just fun, slick spy action the whole way through. Or like Inception as well, the tactility of a heist. I guess maybe a bit more like Interstellar in terms of just like the scope of it being an epic, but I feel like for whatever reason you're so just like energized in Interstellar.
Oh, of course. Versus
this is like not a trance and not gentle, but just a real like that motion is the only way. If you're listening to this episode, that was terrible. That was just bad radio right there. But I can only describe it as just like we kind of chug along, and sometimes it's hand over hand. Like we're just trying to get off this island, trying to get through the depths of hell. Like it is just man.
Very fun, very good. Maybe one of the last things that we can sort of talk on before we
switch to spoilers.
Switch to spoiler time. Another thing, and I'm curious how much. I'm trying to even remember how much score I remember during. Obviously, it's in one of the trailers, but I'm also I don't like watching trailers, boy. So
get spoiled.
Just anyways. it's Ludwig Göransson, right?
Yeah.
And Christopher Nolan movies always, the music, the score is very immediate, apparent, and I'm just like, oh man, I can't. If you asked me to hum any of it right now, I couldn't, and that's just strange.
Yeah.
Not that it was bad or that I was like, oh, it's missing something, because that wasn't the case. I was never like, where is it? But just now I'm like,
just surprised to be like, oh, that's not how that sounds. Like,
yeah,
I think it comes back to what you were explaining earlier about like his vision and his adaptation, and then I added, his approach in terms of like the gods and the fantasy elements, as well as, like we said, just these performances. I think the score as well, once again, this whole thing is very grounded. Like, it is very not like, it's not Lord of the Rings epic score, the fanfare swells per se. It's a lot of like moody tones.
There's drum beats through it. It is. It's time to start rowing, boys. Let's go.
Yeah.
In that sense, but other than that, it's crazy how much this movie just lets you kind of sit in your own head without really forcing you one way or the other with the score or with anything really. It's very interesting.
Yeah, man. Fun. This is a fun place to be with this movie, frankly, with any new Nolan. The fact that it's like, no, this was good. This was really good. It's probably one of the better movies that's going to come out this year.
Oh, yeah.
Like, absolutely. But then also just to not be like fanboying over it, like backflipping off the walls. Like, I don't know, man. It's good.
Because
it's good. I honestly, I'm eating it up.
Yeah, 100%.
Yeah.
And I'll fanboy a little bit more than anyone else I know over Christopher Nolan.
You will. You'll
so like
till the cows come home, which is good.
The fact that that I'm still excited, but I'm also excited in the fact that I'm like, oh, sick, a new one came out, and I'm not like, it's the best one ever, this is the best,
new best one ever, new best 100 years.
It's great. It's awesome. We love pulling up to the theater and getting exactly what you wanted. We love pulling up to the theater knowing you're going to get something and not be disappointed, but you don't know what you're gonna get, and that's what Nolan did here. And
here.
Yeah, tasty stuff. Go see it, gang. There's no reason not to. See it a couple times even. Make sure you see it in IMAX. It was huge.
As big as you can see it. There's I don't know if you saw that image, but it's an Odyssey of formats, and it lists, it's like a I think it's like a 3x3, all included here, like a 3x3 list of like, here's IMAX, here's the Dolby one, here's 70 millimeter, here's this, like just of all these different ones. And there's even a feature on Letterboxd right now where you can like keep track of what all formats you've seen it in. Sick. Like we are gamifying this thing for sure.
That rules.
It's just get on as big of a screen as you can. If there's no IMAX in your area, just see it on the big screen. Do what you got to do. Yeah. It's worth it. It's so worth it. It's I don't know. Probably one of the biggest, if not the biggest, just movie this year. These locations, the just size of this whole thing.
Yeah, and that's the other thing. Talk about, when we talk about going back to Tenet, because it's like watching the technical aspects of it. With this, just the absolute journey that this entire cast and crew had to go through to film this.
Yeah, you feel it. It shows.
You feel it, but it's never like overwhelming when you're just like, oh, you're just trying to be this or that. But you are just like, holy crap. Like, that boat is a rockin'.
Dude.
So much happens in this movie, dog.
Yeah, dude. It really is an Odyssey.
See ya.